Hello friends, so far we have done numericals of various colligative properties, but earlier we did only for non-electrolytes when the solute was non-electrolyte. Today we will do numericals on these colligative properties when the solute is electrolyte. These are called abnormal colligative properties, and we will use the Van Hoff factor iota. So, but before doing the numericals, let us quickly revise our previous lecture, theory lecture on abnormal colligative properties of electrolytes. So, we discussed there that when the solute is electrolyte, the normal formulas they are modified by introducing a new parameter called iota. This iota is called Van Hoff factor. The formulas remain the same, just we have to now add new parameter. We multiply the formula with iota, which is called Van Hoff factor. This iota is given by observed colligative property, means experimental value, divided by normal colligative properties, means the value calculated from theoretical expression. And we also know that colligative property is molecular weight of solute. So we can have another value of iota as a normal molecular weight, means theoretical value, divided by observed molecular weight, means experimental value. So we already have discussed in detail about this iota. So I have kept the link of my lecture on colligative properties of electrolytes in the description section, so you can see there. So then we see that how the iota can be used to calculate degree of association for the molecules that associate. So we discussed a general case that if a molecule and a number of molecules of any compound A they associate to give a single molecule AN, then the degree of association is given by 1 minus iota divided by 1 minus 1 by n, where n is for dimer, n is 2, for trimer, n is 3, for tetramer, n is 4, likewise. So again we see that discuss that iota can also be used to calculate the degree of dissociation for electrolytes. Like if we have any general electrolyte A which dissociates to n number of ions, then alpha, which is the degree of dissociation, is given by iota minus 1 divided by n minus 1. So that for the derivation of these relations, please see my lecture on colligative properties of electrolytes. I have kept the link in the description section. And actually these relations, these are quite easy to derive. It hardly takes 1 minute to derive these relations. So even if you forgot this in the exam or when you have to do the numerical, you just should know the methodology, how this relation was derived. That is more important. Then you can easily derive it whenever is required, because it is very difficult to remember all the things. So considering these basic knowledge on colligative properties of electrolytes, let us start numericals. The first numerical says phenol forms dimers in aqueous solution. 0.6677 gram of phenol dissolved in 35.5 gram of water depresses the freezing point of water by 0.215 degrees Celsius. We have to calculate abnormal molecular mass of phenol and degree of association of phenol. Now let us quickly do first. Let us write what is given to us. As it is a binary solution, and for binary solution the common denotation is that we use a subscript 2 for solute and subscript 1 for solvent. So I will write weight of solute, which is phenol in our case, as W2. This is W2 is weight of phenol. It is 0.6677 gram. And we have W1, which is weight of solvent. It is 35.5 gram. What else is given? We are given with the depression in freezing point delta TF, because the statement says that the solution depresses the freezing point by, that means it is depression in freezing point 0.215 5 degrees Celsius. Next, we are given with the molar depression constant for water. Kf, it is equal to 1.85 1.85 degree per molality, or we can also write degree kilogram per mole. Both are, or simply you can simply also write a degree per molality. So this is given. Now we know that solute is phenol, so we know its molecular weight M2, which is its actual molecular weight calculated from the formula. So it is, we have 6 carbons, 12 into 6, 72, 1 oxygen, 72 plus 16 is 88. 88 plus 6 hydrogen plus 6 is 94. So its actual molecular weight is 94 gram. The first part of the numerical says calculate abnormal molecular mass of phenol, means the molecular weight calculated from using this experimental value. So we have a relation for this. Delta TF is equal to Kf into m. So I will discuss later that why it is a abnormal molecular weight. First we will calculate delta Tf is equal to Kf into m, where m is molality of solution, which is given by, its definition is number of moles of solute dissolved per kilogram of solvent. So number of moles of solute means weight of solute divided by molecular weight of solute, 1000 for kilogram, and divided by weight of solvent in grams. So this is the formula for molality. So we will now put the values here. Delta TF is 0.215, 0.215. This is equal to, what is Kf? Kf is 1.85, 1.85 into molality. Molality is weight of solute is given 0.6677 gram, 0.6677 gram divided by, now the molecular weight we have to calculate. So we will put it simple, we will keep it as M. M2 we have to calculate into 1000 divided by weight of solvent, which is 35.5. So from this we can calculate M2. M2 will come out to be, if we take M2 to the left hand side, 1.85 into 0.6677 into 1000 divided by 0.215 into 35.5. So this is the molecular weight calculated using the experimental value, and if we solve it, let us see what will be the value. 1.85 into 0.6677 into 1000 divided by 0.215 divided by 35.5. So it comes out to be 161.84. 161.84. So this is the molecular weight calculated using the experimental value from depression in freezing point. Now this molecular weight of phenol calculated experimentally is not equal to its actual molecular weight. Why? Because in this solution the phenol has been dimerized. That means the number of molecules they have been asso- associated. So that leads to abnormal molecular mass. So now from this we can calculate iota. The second part is degree of association of phenol. For that we need the value of iota, and iota, we, as already said in my previous slide, iota is normal molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass, calculated value from formula divided by experimental value. So that is, we will say normal molecular mass, normal molecular mass. So I will write once, from now onwards you have to remember it, I will not write it again. Normal molecular mass divided by observed. Observed means calculated from the formula. observed molecular mass. Now, in this numerical, the normal molecular mass that we calculated using formula is 94, as the solute is phenol. So 94 divided by experimental value is 161.84. 161.84. Now, if we solve this, it come out to be 94 divided by 161.84. It is 0.58, something like 0.58. This is the value of iota, Van't Hoff factor, but we have to calculate degree of association, which is alpha. As I said that for a general case, when n number of molecules they associated to give an, the value of alpha is 1 minus I divided by 1 minus 1 by n. 1 minus I divided by 1 minus 1 by n. As it is said that it forms dimers, that means n is 2. If it forms dimer, that means n is 2. So putting the value, we have alpha is equal to 1 minus I divided by 1 minus 1 by 2. So now putting the values, 1 minus I is 0.58 divided by 1 minus half is half. Half means 0.5. So 1 by 2 is 0.5. 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5. So 1 minus 0.58 means 0.42 divided by 0.5. So if you solve it, it will be 0.84. So this is your degree of association. Means we can write it in terms of percentage. If we have to write it in terms of percentage, we have to multiply it by 100. We can say 84% of the molecules, they are out of 100 molecules, 84 molecules they are associated. 84% molecules of phenol they are associated, or simply alpha is 0.84. That was what we had to calculate. So it was quite an easy numerical. You just need to know the meaning of abnormal molecular mass means when we have to calculate abnormal molecular mass, we will not use the value of iota. We will simply use this expression, delta TF is equal to KF into M. From this we calculated M and it came out to be 161.84, but actual weight of phenol is 94, we know. So from this we calculate iota, which is normal molecular mass divided by observed molecular mass. So it came out to be 0.58. This is the value of iota. From iota we calculate the degree of dissociation, which we have derived in our theory lecture, that when a n number of molecules they combine, alpha is 1 minus iota divided by 1 minus 1 by n. Now as it forms the dimer, so n was 2, so it is 1 minus 0.58 divided by 1 minus half is 0.5. So answer is 0.84. This is the degree of dissociation. Okay, so but please you have to remember these relations. Next numerical, a solution of 1 gram of sodium chloride in 100 gram of water freezes at minus 0.604 degrees Celsius. This is the freezing point of solution. Calculate a degree of dissociation of sodium chloride. We have to calculate alpha. Now this is again a similar numerical. First we will write what is given. We are given NaCl. So weight of NaCl, as it is solute, we will denote it by W2 as usual. W2 is 1 gram. 2 is sodium chloride, and weight of water is solvent. W1 is 100 gram. So we have molecular weight of solute M2. As it is sodium chloride, we can easily calculate it is 58 0.5. 23 plus 35.5, it came out to be 58.5 gram. And we also have weight, molecular weight of water, but we don't require in this numerical. Next we have Kf. Kf is 1.86 degree kg per mole. Okay, so this is the value of Kf. we have to calculate the degree of dissociation of sodium chloride. So to calculate the degree of dissociation, we need iota. So first we will calculate iota, but let us see what else is given. We are given the freezing point of solution. I will denote it by TS. TS is freezing point of solution. It is minus 0.604 degrees Celsius, whereas we know that the simple water, which we denote freezing point of simple water as T naught, it boils at 0 degree Celsius. So we need delta TF, depression in freezing point, that is freezing point of water minus freezing point of solution. This is the depression. So freezing point of water is 0 minus freezing point of solution is minus 0.604. Now minus multiplied by minus is positive. So delta TF comes out to be 0.604 degree Celsius. So this is delta TF. Now we will use the formula delta TF. As the solute is electrolyte, we will use iota into Kf into molality of the solution, where molality is given by W2 divided by M2 into 1000 divided by W1, where W1 is in grams. So from this we will calculate iota. Let us put the values. Delta TF is 0.604. 0.604 is equal to iota. We have to calculate KF. We are given it is 1.86. 1.86 into molality. Now W2 is 1. Its molecular weight is 58.5 into 1000. Weight of water is 100. Okay, 1000 divided by 100. So it get cancelled. So it is 10. So we have to calculate iota. Now iota comes out to be 0.604 into 58.5. We will take this to this side, divided by, this will come in the denominator, 1.86 into 10. So this is the value of iota. Let us see how much it comes out to be. 0.604 multiplied by 58.5 divided by 18.6. So it is 1.899, or simply we can say 1.90. Now iota is 1.90. Now we have to calculate alpha, and we have a case that if an electrolyte, it dissociates to n number of ions, like any electrolyte A, it dissociates to n number of ions, then alpha is given by I minus 1 divided by n minus 1. Now in this case, NaCl, sodium chloride, is NaCl, so it dissociates to Na positive plus Cl negative. That means it gives two ions. So that means N is 2. So for this case, N is 2. So putting these values, alpha is I, we have calculated it is 1.90 minus 1 divided by N is 2. 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 minus 90 minus 1 is 0.90. So this is the degree of association. So it was easy, 0.90. So please remember, whenever you have to calculate degree of association or degree of dissociation, we need the value of iota, and the value of iota will be calculated from some colligative property. In this experiment, the colligative property was depression in freezing point. So we use this formula delta TF is equal to iota into KF into M, because the solute is electrolyte. So we have to use the modified formula. And my suggestion is that please you can always use this formula whether the solute is electrolyte or non-electrolyte. Always use delta TF is equal to I into KF into M. If the solute is non-electrolyte, iota is 1. So simply put, iota is 1, so the solution will remain that solution, not solution, the formula will remain delta TF is equal to KF into M. So there is no harm to use iota for non-electrolyte also, but value of iota is 1 for non-electrolytes. So this was the numerical. It was quite easy. Now let us move to next numerical. A solution containing 2.2965 gram of benzoic acid is given. C6HYCOH is its formula. In 20.27 gram of benzene. So our solvent is benzene, and he said it froze at a temperature 3.17 degrees Celsius below the freezing point of solvent. That means this is a depression in freezing point. Now the freezing point of pure solvent is 5.5 degrees Celsius and its latent heat of fusion is 30.1 calorie per gram. We have to calculate the apparent molecular mass of benzoic acid means abnormal. Apparent means the calculated without introducing the factor iota, and its degree of association, assuming that in this solution it forms double molecules. That means it forms dimers. That means N is 2. It forms a dimer, so N is 2. Now let us first see what is given. So this numerical is quite easy. Weight of solute. Solute is benzoic acid, so I will write W2. W2 is 2.2965 gram. Its molecular weight, the weight calculated from the formula, is 7 carbons, 12 into 7, 84. 2 oxygens means 32. 82, 84 plus 32 is 116. 116 plus 6, 122. Its molecular weight is 122 grams. Now the solvent is benzene, so its weight is given W1. W1 is equal to 20.27 gram. And what else is given? We are given the depression in freezing point. This is depression in so carefully read the statement. It says that the solution containing benzoic acid in benzene froze at a temperature 3.17 degrees Celsius below the freezing point of solvent. That means it is the depression in freezing point. So delta TF is equal to 3.17 degrees Celsius. So the freezing point of pure solvent is given, which is T naught. This is the freezing point of pure solvent. It is 5.5 degrees Celsius. So what else is given? We are given latent heat of fusion, LV. So it is denoted by LF. Sorry, latent heat of fusion is denoted by LF. LF is equal to 30.1 calorie per gram. So now as we have to use the formula, delta TF is equal to KF into M, but KF is not given. So we have to calculate KF. So we have a formula to calculate KF. This I have proved in my theory lecture on depression in freezing point. KF is given by R T naught square by 1000 LV. This is the formula for KF, where LV is given, R we know gas constant 1000 we know, T naught is the freezing point of pure solvent. Now LF is given in calories per gram, so we have to use the value of R in calories. So value of R is 2 calorie per Kelvin per mole. So this is the value for R, 2 calorie per Kelvin per mole or per gram. Simply we can say 2 calorie per Kelvin. Now LF. is 30.1 calorie per gram. Now this temperature is Kelvin, so we have to use the freezing point of the solvent in Kelvin, but it is given in degree Celsius, so we can convert it into Kelvin by adding 273. If we add 273 to this, it becomes 278.5 Kelvin. So we have converted the degree Celsius into Kelvin to calculate Kf. So Kf will come out to be, let us see, R. R is 2. T naught square means 278.5 the square. 278.5 into 278.5 divided by 1000 into LV. 1000 into what is LV? Value of LV is 30.1. So this is the formula. So if we solve it, let us see what will be the value. 2 into 278.5 into 278.5 divided by 1000 divided by 30.1, it comes out to be 5.15. So Kf is 5.15 degree. The unit is same per molality. Okay, degree per molality. This is the unit for Kf. So this is the value of Kf. Now we can put it here. Delta Tf is equal to Kf into m, because we have to calculate apparent molecular mass. So we will not use iota. Let us see the value of molecular weight. If we don't introduce the factor iota, it will be, let us see, as it associates, so it will be higher. Molecular weight will be higher than the actual molecular weight of benzoic acid. Let us see. Delta Tf is 3.17. So we have 3.17 is equal to Kf. We have calculated 5.15. So molality is given by. So I have already, you already know. I will again write, but I need not to write again and again. You should remember it. W2 divided by M2 into 1000 divided by W1, where the weights are in grams. So we have to calculate M2. So we will put W2 is given 2.2965. 2.2965 divided by M, we have to calculate M2 into 1000 divided by W1. W1 is 20.27. So 20.27. So from here we can calculate M2. So we need M2. M2 is equal to, let us see, it is 5.15 into, we can multiply 1000 by this, it is 2296.5 divided by 20.27 into 3.17. It will come out to be 5.15 into 2296.5 divided by 20.27 divided by 3.17. It is something like 184 grams. 184 grams. So this is the molecular weight calculated from experimental value. So it is higher than the actual molecular weight of benzoic acid, which is 122. Why? Because its molecules, they associates. That's why the observed molecule, and we also have not introduced the iota. Now second part, this was the first part. We have to calculate apparent molecular mass of benzoic acid. It is 184 grams. Next we have to calculate degree of association. For that we need iota, and iota, as I earlier mentioned, it is given by normal molecular weight, means molecular weight calculated from the formula. It is 122 divided by the observed molecular weight. Observed molecular weight in this numerical is 184. So this is the value of iota. So iota is 122 divided by 184. It is 0.66. 0.66, and we have the relation for alpha is equal to 1 minus iota divided by 1 minus 1 by n, and it is given that benzoic acid forms a double molecule, so n is 2. So putting this value, alpha is 1 minus 0.66, iota is 0.66 divided by 1 minus 1 by 2, it is 0.34 divided by 0.5. Half is 0.5, 1 minus 0.5 is 0.5, so it is 0.68. So this is our degree of association, 0.68, or we can say that 68% molecules of benzoic acid, they are associated in the solution. So this was again an easy numerical. Now let us move to our next numerical. 0.5 gram KCl was dissolved in 100 gram of water and solution originally at 20 degrees Celsius. It froze at 0.24 degrees Celsius. We are given the freezing point of the solution. We have to calculate percentage ionization of salt. Percentage ionization is 100 multiplied by alpha. This is your percentage ionization, and to calculate this we need alpha. So to calculate alpha, we need iota. So we can easily calculate iota. Let us see what is given. We are given weight of solute W2. Solute is KCl. It is 0.5. Its molecular weight M2. It is 74.5 grams. So you always have to write the units. What else is given? We are given weight of solvent. It is 100 grams, and we are given freezing point of solution. Ts is equal to minus 0.24 degrees Celsius. As the solvent is water, so we know the freezing point of water. T naught is the freezing point of pure water. It is 0 degrees Celsius. So delta TF is T naught minus Ts. So putting these values, it is 0 minus 0.24. It is 0.24 degrees Celsius. So this is our depression in freezing point. We are also given value of Kf. So Kf is given 1.85 degree kg per mole. Okay. So now we have to calculate percentage ionization, which is 100 times alpha. So to calculate alpha, we need iota. So we will use this relation. Delta TF is equal to iota into Kf into molality of the solution. So where molality's formula is, I will again write W2 so that you don't get confused. W2 by M2 into 1000 divided by W1, where weight W1 is in grams. So delta TF is 0.24. So 0.24 is equal to iota into Kf is 1.85. 1.85 into molality is W2 by M2. W2 is 0.5. Its molecular weight is 74.5 into 1000 divided by 100. So this gets cancelled. We have to calculate iota. So iota is 0.24 into 74.5 divided by 1.85 into 0.5 multiplied by 10 is 5. So we can simply write 5. So if you solve it, it will come out to be 0.24 into 74.5 divided by 5 and divided by 1.85. So it is 1.93, something like 1.93. So this is iota, and we have a relation that if any electrolyte A, it dissociates to n number of particles, then alpha is given by I minus 1 divided by n minus 1. And in this case, as it is KCl, so KCl dissociates to K positive plus Cl negative. How many particles, how many ions? 2 ions. So n is 2. So we have alpha is I is 1.93 minus 1 divided by n is 2 minus 1. So it is 0.93. This is alpha. We have to calculate percentage ionization, percentage ionization. That means how much percentage of molecules they are ionized. It is 100 into alpha. So it is 0.93 into 100 into 0.93. So it is something like 93%. So the answer is 93%. So it was very easy numerical. We just have to calculate iota. From iota we calculate alpha by using this formula. I am again saying that you should know how to derive this formula that I have already done in our theory lecture. So I have kept that link in the description section, so please go there, because sometimes you forgot this formula in the exam, but if you know the methodology how to derive it, you can easily derive it. Hardly takes 1 minute to derive this formula. So that is the answer, 93%. Next numerical, a m by 10 solution of K4FeCN6, this is a coordinate compound, is 46% dissociated at 180 degrees Celsius. What will be its osmotic pressure? So let us see what is given. We are given with alpha, degree of not alpha, it is 60% percent dissociation is given. So alpha is 46 divided by 100 is 0.46. So it is 0, alpha is 0.46, alpha is given, temperature is 180 degrees Celsius. Okay, we have to convert this into Kelvin because we have to use osmotic pressure, plus 273, 180 plus 273, it is 453 Kelvin. So what else is given? Concentration is given. It is molarity, number of moles per liter, M is equal to 1 by 10, or we can say 0.1 molar. Molarity means number of moles per liter, N by V, or we can simply say C. C is given 0.1. So to calculate its osmotic pressure, we have this formula, pi is equal to I, as this is an electrolyte, because it dissociates into ions, I will see how. I into concentration into R into temperature, and value of R to calculate osmotic pressure we use R is equal to 0.082 liter atmosphere per mole per Kelvin. That's why we have to use it in Kelvin and volume is in liter. It is already given 0.1 moles per liter. So concentration is given, so no need to change it. So temperature we have changed. Now we just need to calculate iota. If we have to calculate osmotic pressure, we should know iota, and you all know that iota will come from this relation. Alpha is equal to iota minus 1 divided by n minus 1 for any electrolyte which dissociates to n number of particles. Now we have to calculate n. Now this is our compound. Our compound is K4 FeCN6. Now you have to remember one thing, that only those it dissociates to 4 potassium ions there, so 4K positive, 4 potassium ions plus FeCN6, 4 negative. So this is its ionization. This is how it ionizes. The moiety which is present in square bracket, it is called a complex ion. It does not dissociates because it is stable. So how many ions it has given? 4 potassium ions and 1 complex ion. So total n is equal to 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So we know n, we know alpha, we can calculate iota. So alpha is 0.46. 46% means 46 divided by 100. So it is 0.46 is equal to iota minus 1 divided by 5 minus 1. So which gives us iota minus 1 is equal to 5 minus 1 is 4. 4 into 4, 0.46. So it is 6 into 4, 24. 4 into 4, 16. 16 plus 2, 18. So 1.84. So it is not, it is 1.84. 4 into 0.64 is 1.84. So we have iota minus 1 is equal to 1.84. So iota is equal to 1 will go there, it will be 2.84. So this is the value of iota. We will put here pi is equal to, we have to calculate osmotic pressure, 2.84 into concentration is 0.1 moles per liter into R. We have to use, we always use for osmotic pressure experiments is 0.082 and temperature is 453. If you solve it, it will come out to be, let us see the answer, 2.84 multiplied by 0.1 multiplied by 0.082 multiplied by 453, it is 10.55, something like 10.55. So its unit will be atmosphere because value of R is in atmosphere. So this is the osmotic pressure of this solution. So we just, as it is an, it was an electrolyte because it dissociate to ion, so we have to use this formula, and iota we will calculate from alpha by using this relation, and for this compound n was 5. So it was quite easy numerical. Now let us move to our next numerical, which is the last numerical of today. So it is very interesting numerical. A metal of atomic weight 56 grams, it reacts with chlorine to form a salt that can be represented as MCl6. So a boiling point elevation experiment is performed to describe the subscript X and therefore formula of salt. That means we have to calculate X. He says that 30.2 gram of salt dissolved in 100 gram of water, and boiling point of the solution is given. It is 376.81 Kelvin. Assume complete dissociation of salt in solution. Now this is very important. Assume complete dissociation of salt in solution. Find the formula. Kb for water is 0.52 Kelvin per molality. Now first let us see what is given. We are given molecular weight of solute. I will write M is equal to 56 grams. This is molecular weight of solute. I will write, so molecular weight of metal, sorry, MM. I will write molecular weight of metal because solute is MClX. Sorry, it is molecular weight of metal 56 gram, and we know that molecular weight of chlorine is equal to 35.5 grams. So if the formula for the solute is MCl6, its molecular weight of solute is MCl X is equal to molecular weight of metal, which is 56 plus X times molecular weight of chlorine 35.5 X. So this is the molecular weight of this compound MCl6. Next we are given weight of salt as it is solute, so I will simply denote by W2. W2 is 30.2 grams. Okay. Next is given W1. W1 is equal to 100 gram. What else is given? Boiling point of solution. So boiling point of solution is 376.81 Kelvin, and as the solvent is water, so boiling point of water solvent is, we have 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin. So we can have elevation in boiling point. Delta TB is boiling point of solution minus boiling point of water. So boiling point of solution is 376.81 minus 373. It is 3.81. So it comes out to be 3.81 degrees Celsius. So this is our delta TB, elevation in boiling point, that we have to use. Kb is given, so Kb is 0.52. Now he says that it dissociates. As it dissociates, so we have to use this formula. Delta TB is equal to iota into Kb into M. Now we have to know iota. So there is a trick here. We can also calculate by other method. So if a ion, it completely dissociates. Remember this statement. If an ion or salt, it completely dissociates, that means alpha is 1. Okay. So its iota is given by the number of ions that it furnishes in the solution. So it is only when alpha is 1, iota is equal to the number of ions that it furnishes in the solution. Now MClX, let us see how it dissociates. MClX, it will dissociate as M X positive plus X Cl negative. So how many ions? One metal ion plus X Cl negative ion. So total ions is X plus 1. So as I say you that the four solutes which are completely dissociated, iota is equal to the number of ions that are produced. So number of ions produced are X plus 1. So iota is X plus 1. Alternatively, we also can calculate it from our previous formula. We have alpha is equal to I minus 1 upon n minus 1. So alpha is 1. 1 is equal to I minus 1 divided by n is the number of ions that it furnishes. It is X plus 1. minus 1, it gets cancelled, so x goes here. X is equal to I minus 1 or I is equal to x plus 1. The same answer is observed. So remember that if the solute is completely dissociated, iota is always equal to, it is not true, but for numericals we can say it is equal to the number of ions that are produced. So MCl x gives x plus 1 ion, so iota is x plus 1. Now we will simply put the values here. So delta TB is 3.81. 3.81 is equal to iota is x plus 1 into kb. Kb is 0.52 into molality. Now I will write the formula for molality here. W2 divided by M2 into 1000 divided by W1. So it is W2 is given how much? 30. So kb into m. So W2 is 30.2 divided by its molecular weight is 56 point. We don't know, so we will use 56 plus 35.5 x into 1000 divided by weight of solvent, which is 100. So it gets cancelled, so it is 10. Now let us see, take it to here, so it becomes, so I will write here, so it becomes 3.81 into 56 plus 35.5 x is equal to x plus 1 into 0.52 into 30.2 into 10. So this is 10 after, so we can say 0.52 into 302. Okay, so let us see this side. 3.81 into 56, this is 213.36. 213.36 plus, now 3.81 into 35.5 x, it is 135.26. 135.26 x, this is equal to x plus 1. First I will multiply it. 0.52 into 302, this is 157. So this is, its value is 157.04. So it is 157.04x plus 157.04. Now take the terms of x on one side, other terms on different side. So I will take this to the right hand side and take this to the left hand side. So when it goes to the left hand side, it will be minus. So we have, so I will write so that you don't get confused. 213.36 minus 157.04 is equal to 157.04 minus 135.26 into x. So I will write here into x. So this is the formula. So let us see, 213.36 56.36 minus 157.04. It is 56.32. 56.32. This is equal to 157.04 minus 135.26, 21.78 x. This gives us x is equal to 56.32. 56.32 divided by, let us see, 21.78. 21.78. So it will come out to be 56.32 divided by 21.78. It is 2.58. So 2.58. This is the value of x, so which is approximately 3. So I have used many approximations in these calculations. So I have like 150, somewhere I have only kept 157. So it is, when you don't do any approximation, it will come out to be 3. X will come out to be 3. So approximately 3. It will be 2.8 or 2.9. So it will be approximately 3. So if x is 3, that means the formula is MCL3, that we have to use the formula, or more precisely it is MCL 2.58. So as the metal with atomic weight 56 is Fe. So it is FeCl 2.58, or approximately we can write FeCl3. The important is the methodology, how to calculate this unknown value. So it was quite an easy. The trick was value of iota. It is x plus 1. So delta TB is 3.81. The second trick was how to calculate delta TB. Other was quite easy. So that was the numerical. So that was all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Please do subscribe my channel and also share with your friends. Thank you.